IVC, Dale going for 33 here to do the third episode of the series that I'm doing on Lost in the Collection, where I'm going back and revisiting albums in my collection that I've not listened to for 5 years or so, because they've been lost in the collection and they're not ones that either get reached for. So I'm not forcing myself, but I'm enjoying revisiting those. I'm trying to theme these videos, or some of them anyway. And so the theme of this one is live albums. So I've gone back and listened to five live albums from the collection, and here are my thoughts. So first one is this, the Kinks live at Kelvin Hall. So this came in the Kinks mono box that I bought when it came out, and it's an album, if I'm honest, it's not a revisit, it's probably an album I've listened to, well, it is an album I've listened to for the first time in full. When I was going through the box, I gave a quick listen to this, and I haven't listened because it didn't sound particularly good quality recording. And what I mean by that is it's a typical, if you like, 60s live album in the sort of a bit like the Beatles, like you see Beatles clips and videos on the TV, and the reason why they gave up touring, which is the concert sounds like it was full of screaming teenage girls, and the Kinks were the band that were trying to give a performance despite that. And that's how it sounds on this. It feels like the person who recorded this decided it'd be a good idea to point the microphones at the audience rather than at the band. And so I felt I was trying to hear over all of this screaming the Kinks performance. And unfortunately, it sounds like they did a pretty good job. It's a pretty good performance. Obviously it's recorded in '68, so it's obviously songs around and before then. It's got Till the End of the Day, Well Respected Man, Sunny Afternoon, Dandy. It's got You Really Got Me, Milk Cow Blues. So it's quite, it should be a good experience. But as I say, the way it's been recorded and the fact that you've got this constant screaming going on, it wasn't a pleasurable listen, unfortunately. So it's a nice archival piece, because Kinks live performance of that era are scarce, and there aren't many around, unfortunately. So this is what it is. Right. So next up, completely different, was a fantastically recorded and presented live album. There's the track list in there for you. This is the Rolling Stones from the Some Girls tour in 1978 in Texas, and this is a double album, and yeah, really great. I think good performance, lots of energy, lots of really great songs, both sort of obviously songs from Some Girls album plus fan favorites and band favorites. So yeah, really enjoyed this album, and we're going back to this album. It's a good live performance, really well recorded, really well produced, really represented. So that was good. Next up, another album that is a favourite. I have listened to it digitally, so it's not like I've never listened to this in the last 5 years, but I haven't listened to the vinyl. This is the Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. So yes, this is a really great album. It's got some really good songs on it. I think my favourite on it is the live version of Life During Wartime. I really enjoyed that song, and I thought it's done really well on here. But yeah, overall, it's really good. And obviously, we know the concept of the David Byrne and the suit, and the band kind of building on stage and all that kind of thing that was going on with this. But yeah, really good, sort of iconic live performance. Change of gear in terms of a live performance here then from those last two is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds live from KCRW. So this came out in 2013, about the same time as Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds brought out their Push the Sky Away album, and so this is a sort of I guess an intimate radio session set, sort of slightly stripped back set, as you can probably see there. So not the big full orchestration, but a bit more stripped back, of them doing some songs from Push the Sky Away as well as some favourites. And yeah, really nice. It has that intimate feel to it. Yeah, really enjoyed this. So yeah, a nice live album by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And then this last one is a bit of a cheat, to be honest. It's not completely live, but Shannon was doing a ranking of Pink Floyd albums, and I thought, I haven't listened to Ummagumma for ages. I'll give that a listen. So yeah, so this is half live, half studio. This is a Canadian press, I think, of the album that I got years ago. It's okay, but this album is not my favourite Pink Floyd album. I've got it on CD, and this will do me. I don't need to get a better copy of this. This is okay. And yeah, so what did I think of this? Probably what I was expecting to think of it, even though I haven't listened to it for a while. The live bit is a good live performance of some of the 60s Pink Floyd material, and glad to have it, enjoyed it. Good to have that stuff recorded. So yeah, it's fine, it's great. And the studio stuff is a mixed affair. I think as lots of people would conclude. Some of it is a bit, some of it is a bit poor, a bit weak, should we say? Not poor, a bit weak. Feels like they've just gone in and done what was on top of their heads. So I think they could have done better on the recorded material. I probably prefer the Waters and the Gilmore stuff to the Wright and the Mason stuff, and that's where I would have really liked the opportunity for Rick Wright to have done something himself, and to show his, if you like, keyboard keys skills, and he feels like he missed out on that opportunity. I think he should, but I don't know how much time he was given to think about it or whatever. But yeah, I quite enjoyed Grantchester Meadows, with the I enjoy the kind of anything that's got like found sound, countryside sound is always I'm a bit of a sucker for that. And the Gilmore stuff is fine. So yeah, I don't think I've added anything to what most people think about this album, but it was good to go back to it, and revisit it. So that is the 5. Yeah, what I try and do here is say what did I think. So most of these were as expected. So this I didn't expect much because of I sampled it and it delivered. And these two, I thought I would enjoy them, and I did. So I think of them all, this was the one that delivered and actually exceeded my expectations. And so this was the one that kind of shifted in its estimation, or my estimation, from listening to it. So there we go, 5 live albums. I'll now go and start to listen to 5 other things, and come back next week, or in a few days' time, depending on how quickly I get through it, with 5 more records lost in the collection. Cheers, VC. Bye.